anybody going to go to the movies? I saw this one actually last weekend. Wicked. And I remember seeing like the play years ago. It's a really good show for the most part. I mean, it's a little bit woke, but isn't everything these days. So once you get beyond that, and you can think about it maybe in different ways. But what I was struck with myself was how loud it was. I think I wasn't the only one. The decimal levels were like way out of control. The audio was just a mess. I think the theater doesn't really know how to manage a musical. Even the director was saying, hey, maybe like listen to yourself. I mean, is he trying to actually tell people not to go to the theater? I don't know. But anyway, this has become kind of a big iconic movie. A lot of people are going to see it. It's already making a ton of money. Maybe it'll make some more. Hopefully they can get the audio levels right. But I was struck by this story. So the woman who's one of the lead characters, she plays the Wicked Witch of the West. Her name is Cynthia Erivo. I'd actually never heard of her before, ever. This was the first time. Ariana Grande is also starring in it. Ariana does actually a really lovely job. Apparently she's had no formal voice training, but she's like a perfect little coloratura soprano. I could have seen her singing Queen of the Night, that very, very high, pure voice. She's great in it. This other woman plays the Wicked Witch, and I, like I said, never really heard of her. And she's very woke, apparently. I mean, as I sort of depicted in the short that I did the other day. Watch. This is sort of cringe. And I mean, I like the song, but this is cringe.
I've seen this week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Really?
That's what I wanted.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was happening.
Some people like the lyrics to my song. Wow. Okay, so it's not really her song, but she's like, oh my gosh, they're like fawning over my lyrics, and she's all into it. I'm going to go back to this though. So apparently she's really, really upset about this poster that came out because somebody made a poster and they tried to actually mimic the poster of yesteryear. So this show came out, I don't know, like I want to say like a decade and a half or so ago, maybe 2 decades ago. And there was this very famous poster that showed the good witch, Glinda, with the bad witch, the Wicked Witch of the West. And you can see, if you're looking at the show online, if you're listening, thank you very much on Apple. We appreciate you listening. You can also watch the show live on YouTube every day. But anyway, you can see that the eyes are gone. So she got really mad because somebody made this image. And she's like, how dare you? How dare you? In fact, she posted about it. None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I am a real life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage, not an imitation to edit my face and hide my eyes to erase me. And that is just deeply hurtful. Let's put this right here to remind you and cleanse your palate. And I'm like, what? Like, I think the guy was just like, or gal, whoever made this was just like a fan, right, of the show, liked the old musical and was just trying to recreate the poster using the 2 new actresses that were in this. And then somehow there's all this blowback from this woman that, again, none of us had heard of before, Cynthia Erivo. She's just absolutely furious about this. It's like, lady, chill. Okay, chill. Maybe this person just really was actually trying to compliment you and try and recreate the old poster. I was like, what? And then, one of our friends over at Daily Wire, Michael Knowles, he also was talking about this, and I got a kick out of it. So I just want to play you a clip.
A woman named Cynthia Erivo, about whom I knew nothing until the afternoon yesterday. Cynthia Erivo is an actress, I'm told, and she is playing the Wicked Witch in Wicked. Wicked, Broadway musical that came out about 20 years ago. I saw it when it came to Broadway. I was growing up in New York. It was a big hit on Broadway. Now they made a movie about it, and this woman is the Wicked Witch. So a fan of the show, and maybe a fan of Cynthia Erivo, posted a version of the poster where Cynthia Erivo's eyes are darkened out in a shadow. Cynthia Erivo goes on this tear. Cynthia Erivo posts on Instagram or TikTok, this is the wildest, most offensive thing I've seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posing the question, is your blank green? Is your what green? What was that? None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. I'm a real life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. That is just deeply hurtful. Whoa, man. Is that what was going on? This fan of Wicked and Cynthia Erivo was trying to erase this actor? Oh, no. The person just made the new poster look more like the original poster. Because the original poster, her eyes were shadowed out by the brim of the hat, actually.
You see how crazy this is? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Like, these people are just so angry. And the wokeism has gone too far. And so part of what we just saw happen in America was the backlash against that. I mean, nobody wants to be canceled like they've been canceling everyone. Nobody wants all of this to be taken out of context. Like, clearly, like, that little poster thing was taken out of context. Suddenly Cynthia, whatever her name is, thinks that people are trying to diss on her. That actually isn't the case. Like, somebody was just actually trying to do a nice thing, and it turns into a bad thing. So they've just twisted everybody in knots, and people have had it, and they want a chance to go back to normalcy, which is what this election helped represent. You know, we ought to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving and think about the roots, the great roots of our country, rather than being ashamed that pilgrims came here. I mean, right? So, you know, homage to the pilgrims in my pilgrim outfit today. You know, we wouldn't be here without them. And you have to kind of try and look at things, I think, through the lens of history, understanding what was important in that time. So before you write off entire groups like the Pilgrims, before you write off entire groups like, you know, white men in general, or any Trump supporter, any MAGA supporter, think about what you're really doing there. And think about what this election is about.